Don't know what to do with all that leftover food from over the holidays? Today I'm showing you 5 easy ways to repurpose all your turkey, pumpkin, and cranberries. They're all so delicious that you'll forget you're even eating leftovers. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Taylor from The Girl on Bloor. I'm all about showing you how to make easy, healthy recipes that you can live your best life. Now today we're focusing on a topic that I'm pretty passionate about, which is food waste. If you've ever had good intentions to use up leftover turkey after a big holiday dinner, but it ends up getting lost in your freezer instead, then this video is for you. Today I'll be showing you how to make leftover turkey taste delicious. You just need to get a bit creative in order to make it enticing again. We'll be making zucchini noodle soup jars, mini turkey pot pies, turkey tetrazzini, a holiday leftovers poutine, and a bonus pumpkin mac and cheese recipe in case you have too much pumpkin kicking around too. All of these ideas are actually going to get you so excited to eat your leftovers, and I've even got a free 7-day meal plan filled with all of these good eats so that you can start eating your leftovers right away instead of leaving them for months and forgetting about them. The meal plan will help you avoid turning your freezer into a black hole. Okay, let's get started with our zucchini noodle soup jars. These are a favorite for lunch and a lower carb way to enjoy leftover turkey. You know, in case you get sick of stuffing and all that. Dice up 2 small yellow onions, 3 stalks of celery, 2 carrots, and 1 red pepper. Then you'll mince 4 cloves of garlic. Once you've done that little bit of prep, heat 1 tablespoon of olive oil in a large pot over medium-high heat. Add everything you just prepped except for the bell peppers, which cook a lot faster. Saute all of that for 6 to 7 minutes until everything is tender. Then you'll stir in your red pepper, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of pepper. Cook that all up another 2 minutes, then remove from heat. Now you'll add about half a cup of leftover cooked turkey to each jar, then divide your veggie mixture among the jars. Add a chicken bouillon cube to each jar, then top with about 1 cup of spiralized zucchini from the store. I always buy mine store-bought because it's pretty commonplace nowadays and it saves me a ton of time on meal prep. You can, however, spiralize your own zucchini if you have a spiralizer. These jars will last in the fridge for 4 days. They are perfect for healthy lunches after the holidays, and they're so comforting too. Who doesn't love chicken noodle soup? When you're ready to serve, just boil some water in your kettle, then pour the boiling water over top of the ingredients in your jars. You will probably need to also microwave for 1 to 2 minutes just to ensure the zucchini noodles cook through, but see how tender they are to your liking after letting them sit for 5 minutes. Pour into a bowl, then serve and enjoy. Next up is a classic, turkey tetrazzini. This is probably one of the more common recipes you see people recommending to use up your leftover turkey, but for good reason. It's delicious and the perfect comfort food for cold weather. My version is made on the stovetop, so no need to bake it all and do that extra work. So first up, you're going to cook 1 pound of spaghetti in a large pot of boiling water on the stove. Cook for about 9 minutes until al dente, then reserve 1 cup of the pasta water before draining and setting aside. While the pasta is cooking, you can cook up 8 ounces of sliced mushrooms with a little bit of butter in a large skillet. Cook for about 3 to 4 minutes until the liquid has been released, then set them aside. Now, melt 1 tablespoon of butter in the pot you used to cook the pasta in. Add in 2 cloves of minced garlic, sauteing for 30 seconds until fragrant. Then you'll whisk in 1 tablespoon of flour, making sure to use a whisk to get rid of any lumps, and whisk in half a cup of dry white wine. Simmer for 2 to 3 minutes until the wine is slightly reduced, then you'll add in 1 cup of your pasta water, half a cup of heavy cream, half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Bring that all to a boil, then add your pasta and mushrooms back to the pot along with 2 cups of leftover turkey and 1 cup of frozen peas. Toss well to combine, cooking another 2 minutes until everything is heated through. Garnish with parsley and a little extra parm, and you've got comfort in a bowl. I love this pasta so much. I also make it when I have leftover chicken to use up. Okay, moving on to our chicken pot pie. And we are making them in cute little ramekins, then topping with puff pastry to make it so easy. First, you'll preheat your oven to 400 degrees, then dice up 1 yellow onion, 2 stalks of celery, and 2 carrots. You'll also mince 4 cloves of garlic. With the prep out of the way, heat 1 tablespoon of olive oil in a large skillet over medium-high heat. Add your onions, celery, carrots, garlic, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Saute for 3 to 4 minutes until softened. Add 2 tablespoons of flour and whisk it all together. Then you'll whisk in 2 cups of chicken broth, bringing it all to a boil. Be sure to stir often as it starts to thicken up. Then you'll stir in 2 cups of leftover turkey and 1 cup of frozen peas, then remove the skillet from heat. Now you'll divide the turkey mixture evenly among 4 medium-sized ramekins. I use the Corningware kind, but I've also linked to some other ones in the link in my description. Now, roll out 1 sheet, or you can buy those squares of puff pastry and cut the pastry into 1/2-inch thick slices with a pizza cutter. Take these slices and add them to the ramekins in a crisscross fashion, or just place a large piece of puff pastry over top of the whole ramekin if you're feeling lazy. Place the ramekins on a baking sheet and bake in the oven for 20 minutes until your puff pastry is golden brown. You are going to die. The presentation on these is out of this world, and this is a great recipe for if you're trying to impress someone. They'll be even more impressed when they discover that they're made with leftovers to boot. Okay, now our final turkey recipe before I show you the bonus pumpkin recipe is this delectable holiday leftovers poutine. You can literally use up all of your leftovers in this recipe, including your veggies and cranberry sauce. Here's how to make it. So first up, preheat the oven to 425 degrees. Add a bag of frozen fries to a parchment lined baking sheet, then you're going to cook them for about 10 minutes per side. You want them to be mostly cooked through before you add anything over top. Once the fries are done, remove them from the oven, then top with 2 cups of your leftover veggies. I don't know about you, but we always have corn, peas, carrots, and Brussels sprouts left over, so those are what I'm using. Ideally, these veggies will be cooked when you add them, but you can always saute them in a pan on the stove if you're craving holiday flavors without having the leftovers on hand. Once you've added your veggies, add 1 cup of leftover turkey, even leftover holiday ham would work here, and then add 1 cup of cheese curds and 2 cups of leftover gravy. See, I told you that you'd be using up all of the leftovers with this one. Bake another 10 minutes until the cheese is melted, and then you're ready to serve. You can even add some leftover cranberry sauce over top too, along with some parsley for garnish, but other than that, you are good to dig in. Now, our last bonus holiday leftovers dinner idea, which is this super creamy pumpkin mac and cheese. It's a one-pot meal that comes together in half an hour, and you basically only need some leftover pumpkin puree and some cheese. It's insanely easy. So what you'll do is cook 1 pound of mini pasta shells in boiling water on the stove for about 10 minutes until al dente. When the pasta is done, drain the water and then add your cooked pasta back to the pot. Reduce your heat on the stove to medium, then add 2 tablespoons of butter to your pasta, stirring until melted. Then you'll pour in 1 can of evaporated milk and 1 cup of pumpkin puree, stirring well. And just a tip, you can actually freeze leftover pumpkin puree, so get on that if you know you won't be using any more of it for a while. Add in 1 cup of mozzarella or Swiss cheese, then 3/4 of a cup of cheddar cheese, along with some salt and pepper to taste. This is mac and cheese on a whole new level, and you'll be so happy to reduce your food waste even more. And there you have it, all of the amazing holiday leftover recipes you need to try if you struggle with how to use them up. I feel like you see the same recipes year after year, so hopefully these new creative ideas have helped you rediscover your love of leftovers. Now, you can actually freeze leftover turkey for up to 6 months, so if you don't get around to these recipes right away, that's totally okay. Just be sure to label your container or freezer bag so that you know when you need to use the turkey up and take stock of what's in your freezer on a regular basis. In addition to the 5 easy recipes I just showed you, don't forget that there are even more holiday leftover ideas up on my blog. I've linked to many more options all in one blog post for you to take a look at in the description. It's actually going to blow your mind. There are so many ways to use up leftover turkey that I never even knew about. The goal is to get you excited to use it up and not just let it get lost in the freezer. Speaking of getting organized and avoiding the freezer, my free 7-day holiday leftovers meal plan is perfect if you're looking to eat healthy food every day after the big feast, but you also want to reduce your food waste. You can find the link for that download in the description as well. If you learned a new way to use turkey today, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with friends and family so that they can also discover the magic of leftovers, and tag me on Instagram at @thegirlonblore when you give these recipes a try. Which one will you be trying first? Thanks for hanging out in my kitchen today, and I will see you in the next video.